Hello all. Today I'm going to explain about in AWS Application Load Balancer. Okay, basically is ELB. ELB means Elastic Load Balancer. It means is what is the ELB? ELB means basically application traffic. It will be whatever the incoming traffic. It will distributed across the zones or across the availability zones or across the EC2 instances. So if you see here. A load balancer serves a single point of contact for client. Source means it means whatever the HTTP and HTTPS requests are coming, it will go to application load balancer and application load what are the incoming request. So that clients means it will take, it will distribute it to multiple targets such as like EC2 instances and multiple availability zones. Okay, so it will automatically distribute incoming application traffic from across multiple targets and multiple zones. So in ELB means elastic load balance, there is four type of load balancers are there. Application load balancer, it works as a HTTP and HTTPS based on it will work. And the network load balancer is there. It works as a port based, like a TCP port, UDP port 53. So TLS like this work. So there is a new two load balancers are there. One is like a classic load balancer. This is a old, but still we are not using. This is like a direct to direct using. And one more is the gateway load balancer is there. So this gateway load balancer also, it will different kind of like one load balancer itself, it will work. So now today we are going to explain about an application load balancer. So let me go and create that how it is work in application load balancer. Okay. So all my VPC is ready. My external, I am created my custom VPC. My custom VPC is ready. I am used for my custom VPC. So load balancer will be there in the under EC2. So I am going to EC2. So I'm going to create the load balancer. So when you create the load balancer, first we need to create the targets. So we'll go to create the targets. So there is no targets. I'm going to create the targets like instances. So it's basically the targets also how it works. We have to create that which target you are selecting. Those we need to create the first. So I'm going to create in EC2 instance related target. So I'm going to create the first in EC2 instances and I will create the target and attach to instance to this application load balancer. Okay, first let me create in instances. So we don't have anything is running. So I'm going to create the two. So my test one I'm creating. Okay, so as usual, I'm taking that Amazon machine image. So same thing, and I'm selecting Amazon Linux 2023 AMI, and I use that in architecture is a 64-bit architecture using. And instance type is I'm using that free tier, but it's in real time. You can use whatever the instance type you want. You can use based on your architecture, your requirement. So now key pair, if I am using the key pair, is one key pair SRP PK I am using. If you don't have a key pair, you can go ahead and you can create here is a key pair. So next step is a network. So I have only the custom VPC. I selected custom VPC. I have used that in my availability zone 1A. So I am enabling that auto assign public IP. And I'm selecting this existing security group. If you don't have mates, you can go and add it. So I am already created. So I'm going to use that one. So my security group, I'm going to use it. Okay, so I added in a default as well here. Two security groups I want, so I added that. Okay, so we can do this one. So now I want to add in some advanced details. So I am installing the HTTPD Apache. So I'm going to add this one. So before that, if you have some more options, you don't want to set down your instance, you can enable this one. Termination protection you can enable. If you enable the termination protection, no one can delete it. When you want to delete, you need to disable and you need to delete it. Same thing like stop production also. Okay, so now I have added the data. So now I'm going to create in one HTTP and enabling the HTTP and starting the HTTP. Okay, I'm launching my instance. So my instance is started. Okay, so let me check its instance is working or not. So meanwhile, let me create another instance. Okay, so create a second. Two instances are required for two availability zones. Okay, I'm creating a next one. So I'm giving the my some name. Same thing, I'm selecting the same AMI and same architecture, same instance type. And I'm selecting the key pair is the same key pair. And network is the same VPC I select, and the subnet I will change to 1B. Okay, if you see is AP South 1B. So availability zone 2 I selected. I am enabling assign the same thing is the public IP. Selecting the existing security group I am selecting, and the default also I am selected. So I have added a few security rules. That's why I'm selecting that one. And I'm adding this same thing I'm adding, and I will change it in little bit here. So this one I am changing, instead of 1, I'm adding 2, 2, 2, 2 like that I give. So I'm creating my instance. See, one is running. Let me test it whether it is connected or not. I'm just checking my SSH whether it is properly connected or not. Apache installed or not, I'm checking. So I'm establishing my connection. I'm just grabbing that my HTTPD connected or not. If it is not done, I will do manually. So it's connected. So you can see HTTP is running. So look like some issue. Let me check. It will be debug the issue. See, it's working now. Working. Okay, let me check in second instance as well. Okay, let me connect. So I'm checking which TPD is working or not. Okay, type symbol group HTTPD. So running second instance as well. Second instance IP I added. This is the first instance, that's why first. Second instance one, second instance one. So now I'm going to create the targets. Okay. So I'm selected the target is the instances. So I'm selecting the HTTPD. I'm selecting the VPC. So I'm selecting the default VPC. Okay, health checks I'm selected HTTP. I'm going to give index.html here. Okay. So I'm as it is, I leave that one remaining. Okay, target group name I forgot. I'm giving that SRH target one group name I created. Okay, I'm going to next. So I'm selecting that two EC2 instances which are running. I'm selected that one. And selected include as a pending below, and created that target group. So now is my target group is ready. I have only one target group. There is a two ways to create your load balancer. One, you can create here itself directly. We have to select, and here itself is associated to new load balancer or associated with the existing load balancer. So now is we are here is to create the new load balancer. I'm going to create the new load balancer. So my SRH test ALB, I'm giving application load balancer. It is the internet facing. That's why I gave internet facing. Its IP address type is IPv4, and VPC we need to select in custom VPC. So here is availability zones. You have to select. Availability zones is a subnets. Okay, you have to select your subnets. Okay, and your security group defaults also there, but I don't want to be default. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. Okay, my security group is working. And this listener, I need to select the listener. Listener is like a target group, which already created SRH target 111 that I selected. Okay, remaining is as usual. Okay. So okay, now everything is good. So now is network. See, if you see here is that is VPC subnets to my security group. This one listener round. This is the routing. Okay. So now is I'm creating the load balancer. Okay. So it will take a few seconds to load balancer provisioning. See here is still it's a provisioning. So now is my load balancer is ready. So let me test my load balancer. So these are my VPC and subnets. And this is my ARN for load balancer. Okay, this is my listener. I created only one listener, that port 80. So I'm taken that DNS IP in that DNS name. So my DNS name is this one. I'm taken and see I'm tested one. So it's going to traffic 2. Okay. See, now is moving to test 1 also. Okay, if you see, again is moving to 2. Again it's moving to 1. So, see, my listeners are, my EC2 instance are listening properly. See here. Okay, guys. Yeah, guys, this is about in AWS Application Load Balancer. So we'll see you in the next topic. Okay, thank you all.